My mother and father was born in the Imperial Courts housing projects.
Okay.
My father used to work at the gym. They call it the Staples, the Baby Staples Center or something like that, I hear now. But he used to coach basketball, the Imperial Courts All-Stars. Everybody know the Wrights or the Baskervilles in the Imperial Court housing projects. Moved to Compton when I was in the second grade, so 72, I guess, 74, sometime like that. And I moved to Compton. We was moving on up. We thought we was the Jeffersons, right? Went to Stephen C. Foster Elementary School in Compton.
The same one as James did.
MOB James, and then Buntree, and most of the dudes y'all know from the MOB Piru area. Matter of fact, Stephen C. Foster is dead in the middle of the MOB Piru area.
Who do you meet in the second grade that eventually, becomes one of these guys from the neighborhood years later?
Well, a whole bunch of niggas. You gonna say Suge Knight, but
No, he didn't go to Stephen C. Foster.
yeah.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He's a year older than me. I met him in the third. He was in the third grade. I was in the second grade.
So by middle school, you're doing the, I guess it's police cadet program?
Yeah, I was an explorer, police explorer, trying to be that when I was about 14 or 15 years old. So you just did that mainly in the summertime, stuff like that.
And growing up around all those cats that you went to elementary school, what would they say when they...
Now, my father was the cop, the cool cop in Compton. Everybody knew him. I've never had any problems with anybody.
Nobody?
Nobody. I ain't never had no problem. My father had a decent reputation. We lived in the city of Compton. My whole high school year, right there in the mob the whole time. I was always Little Reg, whose dad was the police. No problems. Well, I remember when I went to junior high school, so, cause they were hollering Looters Park or East Side when we was in elementary. Everybody just trying to be hard or whatever was hollering that. But when I was at Linwood, I started hearing something about MOB Piru. This person from the MOB Piru, and it used to confuse me. I was like, damn, I thought he was from Looters, but I didn't think nothing of it. And so my 7th grade and 8th grade year at Linwood is when I started hearing about the mob. So I guess that would have been about, 76?
Who were some of the first names you recall from that period?
He don't want to claim it now. He get mad if you bring it up. The first person that I knew that was a MOB Piru, and that's why I always thought he named himself MOB James. And I don't know too many other dudes that call themselves MOB anything. I think he's scared of the RICO Act or something like that, which I don't know, but I think MOB James is the one that broke those niggas away from the Looters Park.
But CJ and them are a little older than him, right?
Yeah, but they just started that in the jail. Well, those niggas go to jail right now, and they're going to still holler Looters or the East Side Piru. They don't holler mob because, a lot of people, the older cats don't know too much about the mob that's in there. And so they still holler Looters or East Side. But it was all about territory, where you grew up. The dudes that would live north of Rosecrans all started hollering mob. Everybody south of Rosecrans would be Looters.
Did you ever feel kind of attracted to the gang lifestyle since all that started to pop off at that time?
No. I was always on the side. Number one, I always knew I wanted to be in law enforcement. Well, I wanted to be an attorney growing up, but definitely wanted to work in law enforcement because I was following my father's footsteps. Growing up, we had 3 sets of people. You had the athletes, you had the gangbangers, and then you had we call them geeks, but they probably all our bosses now, the smart kids,
The nerds.
The nerds. and so I was in the athletic side of everything. So never feared the gangbangers, but never had any issues with them either.
So then I guess everyone meets up at junior high then.
Yeah, well, me and Suge went a different route. We went to Linwood. We went to the Linwood district, was a junior high school called Hostler Junior High School. The other guys, they went to, well, by then James, MOB James was kicked out of junior high school. He was probably going somewhere in L.A. But all the other homies, they all went to Whaley Junior High School. I think it was just a better football school and a better school because you wanted to eventually go to Linwood High, and the Linwood football Pop Warner programs was better. I went to Vervin Day for 2 years. I thought I was going to be a basketball player. I thought I was going to grow tall, but I didn't. I grew fat and grew wide. And so I ended up playing football at Vervin Day. But there wasn't no girls at Vervin Day High School. It's an all-boy Catholic school on Central in Watts.
Were you there when Bone was at Vervin Day?
I was there at Bones. We played on the same football team.
Is that right?
Yeah.
How about Byron?
Byron Jenkins. Byron McIntyre. Good hair. Light-skinned brother. I was there with Byron Mack and all of them. Reggie Romaine and his crazy brother. Well, I think, we had Alexander Hamilton. It was this left-handed quarterback. Him and Boo Boo, Richard Gwynn. They were some bad jokers. Linwood had a better football team in my mind. It was a bigger division. But I needed to be around some girls. So I talked Pops into letting me go to Linwood High.
Suge went to elementary school with you, middle school with you, and I guess he didn't go to Vervin Day, though.
No. So Suge was a senior. I was a junior. So, yeah, we only went to high school for 1 year together.
And how was the football team at Linwood?
We was a good team. We was decent. We lost in about the second round of the playoffs. I was a running back and a inside linebacker. I was the one calling the plays. I was the smart one of the bunch.
And what position was Suge playing?
Suge was a defensive lineman, and he was an offensive lineman. Suge was always big, athletic. Suge Knight still today, right now, can do a backflip. The whole time we was at Death Row, that was his thing. Stand up and do a backflip. Always been, aerobic or do flips and stuff like that as a kid growing up. He did that and ride on motorcycles. I remember that about Suge. Nick, Big Al, Glenn Christmas, Showboat, Kevin Sneed. All of us grew up playing for Big Al. For Coach Eddie.
Who were you surprised that you knew as a young kid actually joined one of the Piru sets when you was playing sports with them as a kid? Are you surprised that any of the guys decided I'm gonna go that route?
It was just unfortunately the hand that was dealt, man. The kids didn't grow up plan on doing that. It was just Big Al. Glenn Christmas should be in the fucking NBA or just retiring from the NBA by now, coaching one of the teams or something. He was that good growing up. Nigga Rob, him and Lip Dog, when they were like 14, 15 years old, robbed the gardener. They cut everybody yard, the Mexican man, they cut everybody yard in Compton. They robbed him, shot and killed him. Go to jail. So now Big Al ain't the athlete playing basketball and thing. Now he was in a camp or a YA or something like that. I remember watching him when he was a senior in high school. Took his team, I guess in camp they had a little basketball team. It was a 1A division at Long Beach Arena. He was in jail, in prison, in camp, but they took the CIF championships in 1A division, the lower division. And watching Big Al and just like, and he just carried that team in there. But my point is, Big Al is one of those that is surprising just because of trying to make some few bucks right quick, robbed the gardener, messed up his life.
Thanks for watching StreetTV.net. If you're not subscribed, please hit that button below and click the bell to receive alerts and notifications. Like and comment below to give us your feedback, and be sure to watch the 2 related videos to the right. If you want to support this platform or follow us on social media, visit the links in the description and listen to our weekly podcast, The Gangster Chronicles, every Thursday. And thanks for watching StreetTV.net.